that if you, if you don't gain 50 pounds while you're in Portland, you're just not trying. You're just not trying.
Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your favorite Loopy back again, and you are tuned into my Portland, Maine vlog. This was gonna be a little bit different because my mom and I were so caught up in a moment of just being in Portland. I forgot to record in real time of like the food, the fit checks, walking around, browsing, shopping, everything. I was just so engulfed into Portland scenery, so I forgot, and that's my bad, y'all. So I got about maybe like 5 to 8 minutes of my time in Portland, like in real time. And then at the end of that, it'll be my recap. So in my recap, I have my notes, I have everything I did, and you guys know I'm good to add pictures while I'm talking. And then also you guys can go to my link below and you can check out my blog where I go into full detail with photos on my time in Portland. My mom and I had a great time. It was only one night, but I definitely want to go back soon. So anyways, you guys, I'll let you guys watch the vlog. I'll see you guys soon.
Portland is like a peninsula. Can you see kind of like it's a peninsula? Like
Yeah.
This is the airport right here, and then the bus station is here. Okay.
Wow.
But Congress Street comes right up the middle and goes right to the Eastern Prom. Okay, and that Eastern Prom is a park. Okay, so if you get over to the Eastern Prom, you can see it's a beautiful park that looks out over the islands and the sailboats and all that stuff, and they have a bunch of food trucks and things like that. Your hotel is right here. Okay, and so you're not far from anything. This part of Portland is this little box right here, and it's all very walkable. Okay?
Wow, okay.
And your hotel is right there. Okay,
wow.
So you're not that far.
Okay.
From it. And so you can wander a bit and check it all out. As with every big city, we've got Congress Street, Commercial Street, Exchange Street, and Market Street, right? Like that's every city, you know.
Yep.
And so when you're walking up and down Exchange Street, you're getting all the shops and all the
So we want souvenir shops.
souvenir shops and all and there's all kinds. That's where our cultural center is right in this old port area, and so you'll be able to really get a feel.
I'm excited.
But I think that if you don't gain 50 pounds while you're in Portland, you're just not trying. You're just not trying. You're also right next to the Peaks Island Ferry. Or the Casco Bay Ferry, which you could just jump on the boat at any time and get. And they own 4th Street Scales and Streeting Company.
Okay.
And all of which are lights out. Right? So you go down to the end down there, and you can jump on a boat and go do boat stuff.
Okay.
Get a cruise ship in today, so that's kind of fun.
Okay.
Wow. And so there's tons and tons and tons.
I should have came here during the summertime. Oh my, I would have had a time.
And 12 is, and no shade on 12. 12, there's nothing wrong with 12. Okay, but it's a pairings menu where you order like 3 or 4 things and they pair wines to it.
Oh, okay.
But that guy just opened up another restaurant called Duro, which is a Portuguese restaurant.
Come with us to Blue Lobster for lunch. Today's lunch is brought to you by Blue Lobster. My mom got the fisherman's platter and I got the lobster roll flight. Bon appetit. Mom and I needed some dinner, so we went to Terlingua. I got the chicken enchiladas, and she has the sliders. One is brisket, and one is pork. We'll let y'all know how it goes. See y'all later. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. All right, y'all, I'm gonna take y'all souvenir shopping with me. And like our mamas used to say, don't touch nothing. Just look. All right, let's go. Got our souvenirs, mission complete. Now let's get something to eat. Now I got 32 flavors. No, sir. They have so many flavors in here. I don't know which one I'm going to choose, but I'm going to let y'all know what I get. And I am getting the pumpkin donut. My time in Portland was amazing, and I can't wait to return in the warmer months because there's so many things to do. Thank you guys for watching my vlog. And you already know, head over to my blog for more details. Thanks for watching. All right, y'all. If you guys are here, that means you guys are ready for the recap of Portland, Maine. Once again, the clips before was just a quick compilation of our time in Portland, what I recorded. But now we're gonna get into a full breakdown of my time in Portland when I was with my mom. So my mom and I were talking about how we both just want to do a quick getaway. We both had the weekend off, and this was like a Thursday night when we were just talking. And we're like, where do we want to go? Do we want to get seafood? Do we want to get Indian food? Like, what are we going for this weekend? And we were just both like, we both want seafood, but we want to try somewhere new. And when I was thinking of like different cities, like on the outskirts of Mass, I was like, this is not too far from me. I want to go somewhere like kind of ducked off. So I was like, how about Portland? Do you want to go to Portland? And she's like, okay, why not? So once she said she was down with Portland, I just immediately got to it and started planning an itinerary. And Portland has been on my New England bucket list for a long time. So when I got the opportunity to do so, I jumped on the opportunity and I got to plan it. So let's talk about the commute to Portland. That was 2 hours, and those 2 hours flew by. I already had the itinerary mapped out, but I had a gut feeling that the Uber driver was a local, and I'm glad I went with my instincts and spoke to him. So I asked him, like, where should we eat? Where should we go? And he literally gave us a mini tour of the city. We're just riding around to the hotel, but also doing like, he's slowing down a bit, showing us like, if you look here, if you look there. I love when Uber drivers do that. That happened a few times with me when I went to Austin, I think to Phoenix as well, where I just got chatting to the Uber drivers and they just showed me around the area, and I think that's super cool, you know? So yeah, he showed us around, and we were in awe of how many restaurants the entire strip had. The hills and houses reminded me of Seattle though. When we're riding into downtown, I was like, this kind of gives me Seattle vibes, like the hills and the houses, the scenery. I was like, and actually I need to go back to Seattle. I need to run that back one more time. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful scenery in Portland. I also loved how our Uber driver described Congress Street. He described it as the vein in a shrimp that leads to many paths. In that moment, when we were riding around, I instantly fell in love with Portland. I was already planning my next trip back there. Like, such a hidden gem. I wouldn't say hidden gem because maybe a lot of people know about Portland, but for me, I would say underrated. I was expecting to really fall in love that quick when I got to Portland. So the ride wasn't that far. We got to downtown really quick, and then the hotel was right near the waterfront. So we were close to everything, which again, I'm big about convenience and a good, clean hotel. We stayed right in the downtown waterfront area. Our Uber driver recommended, I don't know if it's DeMillos or DeMillos. When I see two L's, Spanish class Spanish lessons told me that 2 L's equal a Y. So I don't know if it's DeMillos or DeMillos. I might use that interchangeably. But he recommended DeMillos for a good seafood platter, but they are closed on Sundays and we went there Sunday. We decided to go to Blue Lobster for lunch. We know that this is a tourist spot, but the reviews had us sold. Service was great and attentive. We got there right when they opened, so we had a table around the top floor with a beautiful harbor view. I ordered the lobster roll flight, and the lobster roll flight consists of 3 different half rolls. So one flavor was lemon butter, the second one was spicy honey butter, and the third one was truffle butter, and that comes with fries. I was really nervous about trying new flavors, but I'm glad I did that because I ended up really liking it. I feel like my favorite one was, I think it was the spicy honey. Yeah, I liked all of them, but the spicy honey really had a nice kick to it. So that was really good. And the lobster rolls were packed to the brim. Like, I was struggling to finish my meal, no joke. And then my mother got the fried fisherman's platter, which came with haddock, clams, shrimp, and house-made tartar sauce. And that came with fries and coleslaw. My mom loved her lunch, so that was a great success. We also saw like the seals swimming in the water, because I remember we were talking and I saw something in the corner of my eye, like when I was looking out in the water, and I was like, wait, what is that? So we called over the server and she's like, yeah, sometimes the seals like to play in the water and it's super cool when they play with each other or they dip in and out. So that was a bonus and that was really nice. We had lunch with a view. After lunch, we spent the afternoon walking around exploring downtown Portland. You know me, if you guys know me, you guys know I love a souvenir shop. I could not skip that. So that's one of my favorite things to do on vacation. So we ended up going to one souvenir shop, got a few fridge magnets, walked around. It was super cold, so we weren't out for too long. We went back to the hotel to take a nice nap and just kick our feet up. A few SpongeBob episodes later, I got hungry again. I didn't know I was in the mood for it, so I started searching what was nearby. Sometimes proximity is a deciding factor for me because when I don't know what I'm craving, I'm just in the mood for anything. I'm like, okay, what's closest to me with the best review? And let me look at the photos. And I ended up choosing Terlingua. So Terlingua is a restaurant that serves Texas-style barbecue with a Mexican twist. They are known for their house-smoked meats and variety of sauces. I love barbecue. I had to check them out. So off of Terlingua's happy hour menu, I ordered the enchiladas. The chicken was very tender, and I love that it had a spicy kick to it. My mom ordered 2 sliders, so she got pork and brisket. My mom never had sliders before, but she loved the presentation of them. The brisket and the pork was very tender. It was really good. What we end up doing is just like splitting what we get and just to try off each other's plate, and we both loved what we got and we loved what we ordered. So great, again, good staff, friendly, attentive. So after Terlingua, we called it a night and stayed in. We had our snacks, we had the Netflix jumping, we had the heat on blast. We're watching The Parkers and we're watching Porch Pirates. And then my mom knocked out, I ended up watching Storage Wars. If you guys know me, I talk about Storage Wars a lot. That is my favorite show to watch when I'm in a hotel with cable TV. Like, I love that show, y'all. Listen, my mom doesn't understand. She doesn't understand how good the show is, but whenever she's knocked out or she can handle like 30 minutes of it, I'll put it on for us to watch. But the first day in Portland was successful. So we called it a night pretty early just so we can get ready for the next day. So the next morning was our last morning. We're trying to figure out where we wanted to eat for breakfast. Once again, one thing about Portland, they have options. Lunch, dinner, breakfast, you name it. There's about a good 5 to 7 or 5 to 10 restaurants of what you're looking for. So you have to like sift through everything. But this time, again, proximity was our determining factor because there was another restaurant that was like a 20-minute walk there and 20-minute walk back. So it'd be 40 minutes in the cold. So we're like, yeah, no, we'll save that for another day. We ended up going to Standard Bacon Company, and I'm so glad we went there. Man, listen. The place, Standard Bacon Company, was so good. My mom and I went back 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. I'm not even joking. And they sell all type of baked goods. When you walk in, you're like, what do I choose? I want everything of what they have here. Like, everything looks amazing. The first time when we got there, I got a ham and cheese croissant, and my mom got 2 of their French rolls. We took like 10 steps out the bakery. I took a bite of my ham and cheese croissant. My mom took a piece of her French roll, and we were like, whoa, that's good. And when we were about to turn back around, there was a couple in front of us, and he had like, it looked like an everything focaccia, like an everything bagel, but it was a focaccia. So I remember I was like, oh, what is that? That looks really good. And he's like, oh yeah, it's really good. Like, we love this. He said it's an everything focaccia. So I was like, okay, bet, yep. So in my head, I was like, I'm gonna get that next time. So we turned back around. My mom got another roll, and this time I got the Asiago focaccia. We said we were gonna save those for the ride back home or the next day. We both knew we were lying to each other. Like, me and my mom, we love like pastries and like all that type of stuff. Like, I love that. So after that, we went back to the hotel. My mom was tired. She didn't want to run around in the cold. Understand, it was really cold that day. So I was like, all right, you stay here, kick your feet up before we have to go back. I'm about to run around and get some more souvenirs. I want to check out what else they got. So I ran around solo. I went to Blue Lobster this time to check out their souvenirs. This is one of the souvenirs that I got. I got a nice long sleeve shirt for my mom and I. I love this shirt. It's very good material and it keeps you warm. So yeah, they have a plethora of mugs, hats, magnets, merch, and anything you want, they have it in there. Shirts, hoodies, magnets. It's literally a big fridge magnet wall when you walk in on your right-hand side. Even the mugs too were like really nice. I'm like, I had enough mugs, but if I had space, I would have got maybe like 3 or 4. But I ended up getting magnets, shirts. Can't remember what else I have, but the picture will be here somewhere. That's what I ended up getting. And like, I was so tempted to get more stuff. I was like, let me chill. I already went souvenir shopping the day before. So after that, I went back to the first souvenir shop we went to the day before. I went to get more lobster fridge magnets, but ended up having a great conversation with the staff. I didn't see her the day before, but we were just talking about, like, she moved from Massachusetts. We were talking about Mass. I was asking her about how she likes Maine and how much community means to us as humans. And it was a real good conversation. I ended up being there for like 20, 30 minutes just talking to her. But I really like meeting new people on trips. You just really meet people from different walks of life. And that's something I always loved about traveling. Like, I'm someone who's not in everyone's face, but when I'm talking to people, I'm like, yeah, this is what it's all about. Just talking to people and just figuring out where everyone's from and what brings them to the same place you're at. So that was a great conversation. Shortly after that, I remember my mom called me and she's like, are you almost done shopping? We gotta start getting ready. So I ended up heading back to the hotel. As I was heading back to the hotel, I worked up a little bit of an appetite. I wanted something sweet. So I ended up going to the Holy Donut, which is, I think, like 2 stores down from Blue Lobster, or like a block over. I heard great things about Holy Donut, and they're not a typical donut shop. They make potato donuts. Potato donuts, or spud nuts, share similar ingredients to normal donuts, but the flour is replaced with either mashed potatoes or potato starch. I never had one before, so I had to check them out, and I think I've been converted, y'all. Those donuts were so good. Oh my gosh. I got their seasonal pumpkin donut. I should have bought like 2 or 3 more different flavors, but whoo, that was so good. It was like, I can't really describe it. Like, it's like, it's thick but not overbearing. But it's filling though. Whew, that was so good. I wish I got the pumpkin donut. There was another one I was eyeballing. Definitely when I go back to Portland, I'm gonna get some more and try different flavors and maybe do like a unboxing. Who knows? But those donuts were really great. So yeah, I lost track of time. My mom called me again to tell me to start heading back to the hotel. So as I was walking back to the hotel for real this time, I went by Standard Baker and Company one more time. So that was my 3rd time. I decided to stop and take pictures of the harbor. And while I was snapping photos, there was a Black woman who walked up next to me. And she's like, oh, is this your first time too in Portland? And I was like, yeah, this is like my mom and I's first time. So I was like, oh, she's like, oh, where are you from? I'm like, oh, we're from Massachusetts, literally like 2 hours away. And I'm like, how about you? And she's like, oh, I'm from Jersey. I forgot what city. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, what brings you out to Portland? Especially during this time when it's like colder. She explained to me that she's on a mission to explore 50 states. And I told her that was so inspiring. And I told her that I have the same mission where I want to travel to all 50 states. So we had I had another nice long talk with a stranger, which was so inspiring. Very beautiful Black woman. Oh my gosh, like her energy was so radiant. Like, oh my God, like I see my future and it's very bright. And yeah, we had a good conversation. She actually took the bus from Jersey to Portland. I forgot how many hours it was. I think she said 6 hours. And then she was gonna be going back that night. She just want to do like one photo. And we're talking about different restaurants and all that. So it was a good conversation. When I went back to the hotel, I told my mom about that. She was like, that's really cool that you met an older woman that's like exploring solo just like how you do. And I was like, yeah, that's really inspiring. And again, like it was such a short time, but we had such an amazing time out in Portland. And I really want to go back in the spring and summer. I know that's what it was. The server said that during the summertime, you're like elbow to elbow because everyone comes during that season. But you know what? Maybe I'll do a day trip in the summertime just to like, I want to do, it's an excursion where you are on the boat, you get a lobster and they cook it for you. That is my type of party. So I want to see when they first open up so I can jump ship straight to Portland and do that and vlog that in real time. That is on my bucket list for real. I was so fascinated with the scenery of Portland, Maine. I can only imagine how it's gonna look or how it does look in the summertime. So you guys can always, once again, check out my blog, the photos, and like, okay, this is what she ate. This is what it looks like. This is where she went. Here's pictures of her walking down the street. Here's a picture of the donuts, the baked goods that you're talking about. And like my mom and I have some photos on my blog of my mom and I in front of Terlingua, Blue Lobster, and where else? Yeah, again, it was only one night, but my mom and I was saying like, yeah, we want to do a weekend out here next time. Her birthday is in the springtime, so she was like, oh, maybe we can do something for my birthday. And I'm like, yeah. So I'm actually actively looking for a hotel by the waterfront that we can do where we can eat. But I definitely want to check out DeMillo's next time because everyone was saying DeMillo's is the place to try out. It's just like it was closed that day. But I like Blue Lobster. Like the lobster was good and my mom enjoyed her fisherman's platter. So nothing to complain about. Great time, great food, and we can't wait to be back. But if you have any questions about my time in Portland or you have any recommendations, holla at your girl. Once again, thank you guys for watching and tuning in to my Portland vlog. I will see y'all next time. Have a good day. See y'all later. 2 and 2.